Hello, good evening, and welcome to Valhalla Court here at Mazama High School for our MyBasin.com Game of the Week as the Vikings host Klamath Union. Alongside Josh Eldridge, I'm Matt Bowling. It's the second leg of the Canal Bowl series, and both of these games tonight have pretty major implications, whether they be historic or more in line with the current season.
A lot on the line tonight. As far as Lady Pels go, they're looking to stay in the hunt for a possible conference championship. Henley's still in front of them, but holding on to that number 2 spot puts them in good place. The Vikings, well, they're eliminated from the playoffs, but always nice to try to play spoiler to a rival.
Yeah, let's take a look at those Skyline Conference standings as we see the Vikings honoring their lone senior, Aurora Garcia. It is senior night here at Mazama, and they're going to play the national anthem, so we will step aside.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
All right, so getting back to what I was saying about the conference standings, you see there Henley up top, 6-0, Klamath Union 4-1, Mazama all the way down at the bottom, 0-6, 1-18 on the season. They won their first game, but they're now, it was against 3A Lapine, but they've now lost 18 straight, including the first matchup against Klamath Union, 73-26, back on January 25th. At 73 points is the season high for the Pelicans, who you see are now getting their starters introduced. Andy Harmon, Keeley Hall, Aaron Garcia, Farah Zumwalt, and Dakota Neese are the starting five for the Pelicans. For Mazama, it's Armida Kirkpatrick, Shaquila Jackson, Addie Byington, Aurora Garcia, and Leah Hernandez. So by all means, Klamath Union should have another pretty easy win tonight. Assuming that's what they do, it would give them their first win here at Valhalla Court since 2019 and their first sweep over Mazama in at least the last 11 years.
Yeah, this team is impressive. They know what they're about. Sisterhood and trying to play together to stay in this playoff race. You know, it was interesting. Last time these two teams met up was over at KU's place, and it was a little bit touch and go for KU for a little bit before they found their rhythm and kind of ran away with things. Now on the road, a different set of circumstances, but a good team will persevere. It's what I expect to see from KU tonight.
Pelicans are 13-2, 4-1 in the Skyline Conference after a 54-28 win against Phoenix on Friday. They'll likely finish the regular season with their most wins since 1998. That year they went 18-6. After tonight's game, they host Henley on Friday and then Hidden Valley next Tuesday. That first matchup against Hidden Valley was also a lopsided win for the Pelicans. As they win the tip-off, miss the first shot, it's out of bounds. It will stay with Klamath Union. This season has been a massive step forward for the Pelicans in a few ways. We'll get more into that later as Zumwalt lost the ball, but I'll say it was last touched by a Mazama player, so it'll stay with Klamath Union on the inbound. Zumwalt looking. Lofts one in. Takes a deflection into the hands of Dakota Neese, who lays it in for the opening bucket. It was intended for Andy Harmon, but a little off target for her. Thankfully for Klamath Union, Neese was right there to pick it up. Now Jackson for Mazama. Over to Hernandez. Addie Byington. Garcia. Pass tipped back to her. She's double teamed, loses the ball. Dakota Neese rips it out. Pelicans have numbers. Here's Hall, and she draws a foul. Garcia getting set to inbound underneath. On the perimeter, Garcia comes up short on the three. Bounces out. Last touched by Mazama. Pelicans inbounding. It's Neese. Nice pass to Harmon, who can't get it to go through traffic. Offensive board for Hall, and she's fouled on the way up. It'll be 2 shots for Keeley Hall. 2 early fouls on the Vikings with 1:07 gone in the first quarter. Hall misses the first free throw. Leading scorer for the Pelicans, averaging 13.9 points per game. Also the leading rebounder, averaging 5.1 of those. Makes the second free throw. Byington. Up to Hernandez. Hernandez with a lane. Draws a foul. And they'll say it was a shooting foul. So Leah Hernandez with a chance to put Mazama on the board.
I like seeing an attempt at a fast break from Mazama. It's not something we really saw when they played Hanley on Friday. Now, part of that was credit to a Hornets' good defense, but it's going to be a way Mazama has to try to play their offense a little bit quicker than we saw on Friday, and they do it there.
Hernandez 1 for 2 from the line, rebounded by Andy Harmon. Pass intercepted. Here's Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick lost it out of bounds. I'll say Andy Harmon tipped it out. Kirkpatrick. Tight defense there by Farah Zumwalt for the Pelicans. And it'll be another inbound for Mazama. This time they get it in. Hernandez. Gets a screen, pulls up, misses the three off the back rim. Garcia the other way. Zumwalt. Hall. Neese. Guarded by Hernandez, tries to go by her. Pass to Harmon was off the mark. She was able to recover it. First shot wouldn't fall, but she gets a trip to the free throw line out of the putback attempt.
Baseball team selling 50 tickets right down there.
Misses the first one. Second one won't fall either, so that's 3 early misses at the free throw line for the Pelicans. Jackson splits the defense but loses it on the way up. Harmon takes it away, hands it to Zumwalt. Hall. Hall, nice move to the cup. misses the shot. Putback won't fall for Harmon. Hernandez. Kirkpatrick drives, baseline, fouled. Armida Kirkpatrick with 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter can knot this game up at 3. And Klamath Union calls timeout. Pelicans up 3-1. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. It's our MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Introducing Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Well, Josh, you mentioned Klamath Union got off to a bit of a slow start in the first game against Mazama, and that's what we're seeing here tonight in the second leg.
Yeah, I like the way Mazama's playing offense so far. I said that they were playing fast, and this is, another trip to the free throw line for them. That's going to be a key component if they want to hang around KU and make things interesting.
Kirkpatrick misses the first free throw. Rattles in the second.
KU's doing a good job on the glass. They're getting a lot of opportunities, but they've just come up empty on their free throws.
Garcia, Hall, Zumwalt, Nice. Out of reach of Garcia, out of bounds. Hernandez. Down low, Kirkpatrick lost it. Hall. Over to Zumwalt. Down low, Harmon, turnaround, misses, putback is there. You said it, Josh, they're creating a lot of second chance opportunities on the glass, and well, there Andy Harmon got one for herself. Davis, Byington. Gives it to Kirkpatrick. Guarded by Garcia. Hernandez. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. She has to retreat near midcourt. Bounces it to Kirkpatrick. Nice cut, but can't finish Hernandez. Nice drives, throws it back to Hall. She'll try. Too strong on the layup attempt. It comes back to her. She loses it underneath. They trap, but Mazama's able to get it out to Leah Hernandez. They got to hurry across half court. Hernandez went down, lost the ball, and it's a turnover. Pelicans applying serious pressure there. Defense has been one of the keys to this turnaround. They were 8-10 last year. This year they're allowing about 14 fewer points per game than they did last season. 32.7 as opposed to 46.6. They almost forced a turnover there, but it's called a foul. Nisa Jimenez is checking in for Klamath Union in place of Farrah Zumwalt. Looks like Leah Segura has also come in for Dakota Nice. Kennel. Davis. Hernandez open for a three. She got it. 3:10 left in the first quarter. This game is tied at 5. Hall. Garcia whips it into Hall. She gets checked and is fouled.
Foul line, Hernandez, that's her second. 14th foul.
Hall back to the free throw line.
Put Hall in the line, shooting 2.
She makes the first one.
Hernandez for the Vikings.
Second one won't fall, but out of bounds. Last touched by the Pelicans.
Pelicans, Viking ball.
Took the referees just a second to come to the decision there. But the Vikings could take the lead here. Davis. Kennel. Byington. Kennel pulls up, misses the three. Rebounded by Jackson, and she travels. Addie Slazak checks in for Mazama as Aaron Garcia brings it up court. Here's Jimenez. Pass tipped and stolen. Slazak has it. She gives it right back. It comes to Keely Hall. Hall. Too strong. Jimenez, the putback. Won't go. Recovered by Byington. She almost gave it up, and now they do. Walk-in layup for Leah Segura. And it's back to a 3-point lead for the Pelicans. Kirkpatrick pulls up, sends the three off the back rim. Hall grabs the board. Over to Garcia. Garcia wide open in the corner, bricks the three. Harmon gets the rebound and the putback. Klamath Union maybe starting to turn it on here. They're up 10-5 with 1:30 to go in the first quarter. This is Kirkpatrick. Kennel. Slazak. Kirkpatrick thought about a three, instead drives, loses it out of bounds. It was off the hand of Jimenez, though. Dakota Neese checks in for Andy Harmon as Armida Kirkpatrick will inbound with 13 seconds on the shot clock. In the corner, Slazak. Byington. Davis. 5 seconds. Mazama's got to hurry. Byington pulls up and connects. Mazama back within 2. 52 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jimenez lofts it in for Neese. It's tipped on the floor. Loose ball. They haven't. Now they blow the whistle, and it's a tie-up. Looks like the possession arrow points to Mazama. 39.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Kaylin Davis. Bounces that one out of bounds. 30.7 seconds on the shot clock, or on the game clock, excuse me. So the shot clock is off. Aaron Garcia. Guarded by Armida Kirkpatrick. Garcia tried to whip it into Dakota Neese, but she had her back turned. 15 seconds left. Mazama, Kirkpatrick, double teamed. Open and missing the shot was Davis. Aaron Garcia pulled down the rebound, but she was out of bounds. 6.7 seconds left. Mazama could tie things up here or take the lead going into the second quarter. Davis for three. No good. Rebounded by Jimenez. No time for a heave. So that's how we end the first quarter. Klamath Union 10, Mazama 8. Vikings hanging in there. Matt Bowling alongside Josh Eldridge is the MyBasin.com Game of the
so lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Only a 10-8 lead for Klamath Union as we start the second quarter here at Mazama, but Dianara Pena has checked in for the Pelicans. Almost turned it over, got it back, was able to send it out of bounds off, it looked like Lily Kennel. Dianara Pena, such a huge piece of this Pelicans team as she throws it into Keeley Hall and one. Right there, an immediate impact. She leads the team with 2.3 assists per game, and she just got a big one there.
She does a lot for this team. We've seen kind of two sides of her in the couple of times we've watched her this season. We've seen her shoot Klamath Union into games and take advantage against poor Mazama defense over at KU. We've also seen her shoot KU out of games when they played Henley, so we'll be curious to see which version of Pena we see tonight.
And the Pelicans force a backcourt violation. Guess who was in on that one? Dianara Pena. She also leads the team with 3.1 steals per game and is the second leading scorer, averaging 12.7. Didn't play the first quarter as Keisha Thomas gets a bucket for the Pelicans. That's the first time we've called her name tonight. On the other end, Slazak throws it to Garcia, into Kennel. Kennel loses it, but the Pelicans unable to complete the steal. It goes out of bounds. Now, we aren't sure why Dianara Pena didn't play the first quarter. We spoke with head coach John Nahar before the game. He said she's not going to start, but she will play. So uncertain if she may be a little banged up, and he was not wanting to risk her health for a game that Klamath Union should win fairly easily. But they've shown they need her after a quarter on the bench, and, well, within the first 60 seconds, she's helped take a 2-point lead to a 7-point lead. And there she is again, tipping that pass out of bounds. And it will be a Mazama inbound. And somebody stepped out of bounds. It's a turnover. Garcia to Pena. Pena directing traffic. Aaron Garcia trying to drive. Hands it back to Pena. She does drive, finds a lane and scores. Kaylin Davis. Kyla Jackson. Throws it up to Byington. Byington, tough bucket. Gets Mazama to double digits. Garcia, Pena, rockets it down low to Hall. Hall, too strong, but she's fouled. Keely Hall, we mentioned she's averaging 13.9 points per game. She had 13 points in the first game against Mazama. And that free throw gives her 10. Make it 11. 9-point lead for the Pelicans. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Pass almost stolen. Byington, now it is stolen. Pena. Nice. Pena with space to the hoop, and she's fouled. First free throw rims out. Second one drops. So it's a 10-point lead for Klamath Union, their largest margin so far. Pena tips another pass into the hands of Aaron Garcia. Pena. Thomas pulls up. 3 rims out. Offensive rebound. Keely Hall. Tough bucket.
Wow, she had 3 Vikings around her. She comes up with the rebound and scores. That's tough work in a timeout.
And now it's Mazama who needs to call a timeout. 5:21 left in the second quarter. Vikings now trail by 12. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. You're watching the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
A 22-10 lead for Klamath Union coming out of this timeout. It was only a 2-point game at the start of the quarter. But with the Pelicans bringing on Dianara Pena after sitting her for the first 8 minutes, hasn't taken her very long to make an impact. Not even 3 minutes in.
She's scored 3 points, but the biggest difference so far has been KU's perimeter defense with her on the floor. Mazama's not able to get those open looks from the 3-point land like they were in that first quarter.
Lily Kennel fouled on the shot, and she'll shoot 2. She didn't score in the first Klamath Union Mazama game. Misses the first free throw. With some help from the Klamath Union student section, who's right behind us.
There's only about, 12 guys back here. They're the ones making all the noise. Not the rest of the students have showed up yet.
0 for 2 from the free throw line. Hey, it's much better to have a small group that's loud than a big group that's quiet.
No doubt.
On the other end, a layup for Shakyla Jackson. Garcia. Hall. Drives, travels. Davis. Kirkpatrick throws it into Byington. Byington in trouble, misses the shot. Putback won't go either. Thomas trying to go coast to coast. Oh, she can't quite finish it. Pena grabs the board underneath. Pena weaving her way through the defense, kicking to an open Thomas who misses the three. Lily Kennel fouled on the rebound. Davis, Byington. Kirkpatrick pulls up, misses the three. Pena chases down the rebound. It gets away from her. It's on the floor, pulled up by Davis. Byington lost it. Another loose ball, and they call Byington for a travel. Probably the right call by the letter of the law, but tough break for Byington, who got spun to the floor and lost the ball for it. They're conferring now. They're having a word with one of the officials, explaining something to John Nahar.
I think now the scores table wants an explanation too. Well, looks like we're ready for basketball.
Nobody seems to be quite sure what's going on. But either way, it's Klamath Union ball. Thomas into Neese. Neese trying to drive. Tough pass. Harmon can't finish. Byington. Jackson. Byington. Long two. Rattles out. Pena. Deep three. No good. Rebound. Put back. Too strong for Neese. Tipped out of bounds. Pelicans will have another chance. 3:12 to go in the second quarter. Klamath Union up by 10 as Aaron Garcia and Keely Hall check in for Farah Zumwalt and Dakota Neese. Pena throws it right into Hall. She can't get it to go, gets it back and kicks to Thomas, who splashes the three. Kaylin Davis. Armida Kirkpatrick. Davis gets it back. Davis drives. Slips it to Kennel, and she scores. Garcia over to Thomas. Her three won't fall. Wrestling for the rebound is Keely Hall, and she forces a tie-up as Lily Kennel goes to the ground. Possession arrow does point to the Vikings. Davis. Jackson. Into a cutting Kirkpatrick, who gets bumped. And that's going to be a shooting foul. .220 to go here in the first half. Armida Kirkpatrick sends the first free throw off the front of the rim. Second one good, so it's a 10-point game. Hall, Thomas, Pena with room, pulls up, swish. Davis, Byington, Kirkpatrick, lost the ball. On the floor, Jackson picks it up. Thomas trying to wrestle it away. They get it to Byington. Byington drives and scores. Thomas misses. Kennel doubled, fouled. A minute 27 to go until halftime. That's the third foul of the quarter on the Pelicans. Kalen Davis getting set for the inbound. Davis looking, gets it into Byington. Davis. Kennel. Kirkpatrick recovers an errant pass. Airballs the close range shot out of bounds. It's Pelicans ball. 1:11 left in the first half. Garcia. Keeley Hall. Aaron Garcia to Dianara Pena. Wide open underneath. Andy Harmon lays it in. Great eye by Dianara Pena. She was wide open for a three. Could have taken it. Kirkpatrick. That shot might have been blocked. Neese throws it down to Hall. Hall at an odd angle, but she's fouled. 30.2 seconds left. That is the fifth foul of the quarter on the Vikings. So it sends Keeley Hall to the free throw line for, gosh, what is this, the fifth time? Sixth time?
This will be the fifth time for her going to the line.
Makes the first free throw.
So far, 6 of 9 at the line. This is free throw number 10, and it's good.
15-point lead for Klamath Union, their biggest of the night so far. But MAZAMA can have the last shot. Wide open in the back is Kirkpatrick. They race back to contest, and they're able to force an air ball. Keeley Hall was in on that one. So Klamath Union can now have the last shot. Aaron Garcia, Keeley Hall. Guarded tightly by Kirkpatrick, gets around her. Traveled. 12 seconds. Davis. She's called for a 5-second violation. There's that tight Pelicans defense. Still 12 seconds. Pena inbounds. Open for three. Garcia, bang. Jackson. Pass errant and taken away by Pena. And that's how we'll end the first half. Klamath Union 35, MAZAMA 17. Shaping up to be a bit more like what we expected here. Back here by Josh Eldridge, the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clownful Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you, local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
An 18-point lead for Klamath Union here at halftime in our MyBasin.com Game of the Week. It was only a 2-point game at the end of the first quarter, but DNR Peña did not play. They put her in at the start of the second. She makes an immediate impact.
Yeah, she played the whole quarter, and she changed a lot of things. Mostly, like I kind of noticed, was the perimeter defense for Klamath Union really shut down MAZAMA from three-point land after drilling a couple in the first quarter. And then, I mean, she had a couple of really nice passes, and 6 points in that second quarter helps contribute to this lead.
You've got the full scoring, Josh. Let's have it.
All right, 11 points for Keeley Hall from Klamath Union. We'll run down their list. Also 6 points from DNR Peña and Andy Harmon. 5 points from Keishali Thomas. 3 from Aaron Garcia. And 2 for each Leah Segura and Dakota Neese. Meantime, for the Lady Vikings, 7 points from Addie Byington. 4 from Leah Hernandez. 2 from each Armida Kirkpatrick, Shaquela Jackson, and Liliana Kennel. Those are your scorers so far in the ball game.
Keishali Thomas also didn't play in the first quarter for Klamath Union. In their first matchup with MAZAMA, she led the Pelicans with 21 points on 7 of 9 three-point shooting. She's shooting 46% from deep for the season. If she can get going, this game should get to the running clock margin very quickly in the second half.
Yeah, she's made 1 triple so far in the game. Aaron Garcia's made 1. DNR Peña's made 1 as well. But I also want to highlight from MAZAMA's side, Addie Byington's been playing some tough basketball inside too. She finished with 9 points, I believe, last time these teams played. Right now at 7. The Vikings are going to have to rely on her if they want to make things interesting down the stretch. They've done a decent job getting the ball to her. They've just got to continue that. It's up to KU to deny the ball. They did a pretty good job in that second quarter. The other thing I want to highlight is the free throw disparity between each team. Klamath Union, they've shot 13 free throws so far this game. They've made 7 of them. MAZAMA has shot 8, and they've made 3. So as far as conversion, fairly close in that regard, but Klamath Union has done a nice job of drawing contact and getting to the line and building this lead.
Absolutely, and one of the reasons it's been happening is because they're so great on the glass.
Yeah.
They've missed a few shots point blank, but they've gotten the rebound, gotten a second chance, and in a few cases it's resulted in free throws.
Yeah, absolutely. And also want to just make a point. You see the folks out there on the floor right now. It is senior night here at Mazama High School. We honored the one senior girls basketball player a little bit earlier, Aurora Garcia, the basketball player senior, then a few cheerleaders out here on the floor right now. Natalia Herrera, Zoe Johnson, Kendall Pruitt, Esmeralda Leon, Sydney Mills, Taylor Plord, and Morgan Rogers. The seniors for the cheerleading team will also honor the boys basketball team and the band kids a little bit later on. But a senior night is always a special night for these kids.
No doubt about it. All right, we've got 4:15 on the halftime clock. We'll take another break. We'll preview the boys game when we're back here on the MAZAMA.com Game of the Week.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you, local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Just under 2 minutes left in halftime here at Mazama. It's a 35-17 lead for Klamath Union in the girls' game. We got the boys' game coming up next. And some fairly significant implications for that one, too. The Mazama boys, they come in 4-15, 1-5 in league play, effectively out of the postseason picture. But they have a chance to sweep Klamath Union for the first time since 2018 and therefore knock the Pelicans out of the playoff picture. They are 6-12, 1-4 in league play. They must win tonight in order to keep their relatively slim hopes alive.
Yeah, they also have to rely on, I believe, a Phoenix loss over at Hidden Valley, too, and that game is going on tonight. We'll try to keep score updates as that one goes along, but Pelicans, I mean, they can only control what they can control, and that's winning tonight on the road, trying to get a little revenge for Mazama upset them over at Pelcourt in an overtime matchup. It's been a highly anticipated rematch. I'm excited for it later on.
Yeah, that first game was an absolute classic. Only the 10th overtime game in the history of this series. Well, Mazama had to come from behind. You know, Klamath Union really stinging to let that one, after they let that one slip away from them. It was the first time the Vikings had won at Pelcourt since 2018. Also, that which, as I just said, was also the last time that they swept Klamath Union. So, will history repeat itself here tonight? Find out around 7:30. But first, we've got another half of basketball to play here in the girls' game. Keeley Hall will inbound for Klamath Union. to get things started. Well, they're waiting on something. It seems like they're having a word with the scorer's table. They're consulting the scorebook. Not sure for what. But it looks like they're ready to go. Thomas. Garcia. Good ball movement for the Pelicans, and there's Keeley Hall underneath for the bucket. Davis, Jackson, Kirkpatrick. Wide open is Jackson off the cut, and she answers for the Vikings. Aaron Garcia. Kirkpatrick, or rather Thomas. Kirkpatrick in there on defense, and it's a foul. Thomas to inbound. Pena pulls up, misses the shot. Out of bounds, it's Mazama ball. This is Davis. Oh, Harmon was about to rip it away, but a pretty quick whistle on the tie-up. Possession arrow points to Mazama. Bit of a break there for the Vikings. Kirkpatrick to inbound. Davis. Over to Garcia. She misses. Putback won't fall for Jackson. And the Pelicans grab the board. Aaron Garcia the other way. Throws it into Harmon. Harmon through 4 defenders, able to get the pass to Thomas. Now back underneath is Hall. Hall spins and scores. 20-point lead for Klamath Union, 6:27 left in the third quarter. Davis, Kirkpatrick, kept in, almost stolen, comes back to Kirkpatrick. She's doubled, able to get it to Garcia. Garcia pulls up from the free throw line and connects. Pena. Thomas for 3, rattles in. Davis loses the ball off her foot, picked up by Pena. Pena with a wide open lane to the bucket and an easy layup for Dianara Pena. And John Nahar is going to call timeout here. 5:41 to go in the third. Klamath Union leads by 23. Matt beside Josh Eldridge. It's our MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at CalOR the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Coming out of the timeout, it will be Mazama ball. Davis. Davis has it stolen from her. Garcia. Open is Thomas, but she drives. And gets called for the travel as she threw it to Dakota Neese. Kaylin Davis. Double teamed. Intercepted by Thomas. And they give it back on the bounce pass. Isabella Pena.
Well, Klamath Union starting to press a little bit on defense. This is what Henley did to Mazama a few nights ago and what really hampered Mazama moving the ball up and down the floor. Works exactly as it's designed, but Mazama certainly struggles against it on offense.
Kirkpatrick zips it over to Pena. She misses, rebounded by Segura. Segura floats it to Thomas. Now Zumwalt, risky pass. Shot won't fall, but Dakota Neese is there for the putback. Hernandez over to Jackson, to Byington. Byington turns it over. Picked up by Neese. Neese to Segura. Segura too strong on the layup. Grabbed by Hernandez. To Jackson. Jackson can't handle it, and it ends in a tie-up. Possession arrow points to the Pelicans. So Mindy Holbrook is now going to take a timeout. Fourth quarter, Klamath Union up 46-21 on our MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Klamath Union 5 points from the running clock margin as we're about midway through the third quarter here. It would only take effect in the fourth. Mindy Holbrook taking that timeout for the Vikings. She is the third head coach in as many seasons for Mazama. He spent the previous 2 seasons as an assistant, including the last season of Joy Lease, who, as all Basin fans know, left to take an assistant job at Oregon Tech and is now the head coach of the Lady Owls. Klamath Union called for travel there. Hernandez, Byington, guarded by Thomas. Over to Hernandez. Kirkpatrick. Tight defense by Neese. Hernandez. Jackson. With Zumwalt on her, goes to the ground and is called for a travel. Garcia. Over to Zumwalt. Dakota Neese. Aaron Garcia. Kayshlee Thomas puts up a 3, and it drops.
That's her third made triple for Thomas, 11 points for her so far.
We mentioned she hit 7 in the first game against Mazama on 7 of 9 shooting. Hernandez bounces it to Kirkpatrick. Hernandez. 2:40 to go in the third, and it's a turnover. Farrah Zumwalt with an easy layup on the other end, and Klamath Union is up by 30. Hernandez had it poked away from her by Aaron Garcia, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Mazama. Kirkpatrick throws it into Hernandez. Pass almost stolen by Thomas. Vikings recover it. Hernandez. Byington. Hernandez. Kirkpatrick, 2 seconds on the shot clock. They have to get it off. Desperation. Oh, not that far off. Hernandez sent it off the back rim. Thomas the other way. Thomas floater. Misses long. Rebounded by Dakota Neese. She's fouled on the floor. Thomas to inbound as a wave of subs come on for the Pelicans. Dianara Pena, Jazzy Wilson among them. Inbound is tipped to Pena. She dribbles, pulls up a three, misses. Over to Kirkpatrick. She's fouled on the drive. This is Davis. She thought about a three, instead hands it to Kirkpatrick. Tipped, but able to get it to Byington. Byington fouled on the shot.
In a first half that saw 21 combined free throws between the two teams. These are the first of the third quarter, and it looks like it might have been a technical foul assessed to a Klamath Union player. I think they're saying that when Byington went up, she was actually hit in the face, which is just an automatic technical regardless of intentional or not. And she makes the first.
Shouldn't ultimately make much of a difference in this game. Does make both. Byington over to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick guarded by Pena. Throws it out to Davis. Now Byington. Byington tries to drive, loses the ball, able to keep it in. Over to Pena. And she gets called, or she draws the foul call, I should say. Isabella Pena will go to the line. 57.7 seconds left in the third quarter. She makes the first one. And she makes both. So down to a 26-point lead for Klamath Union. We may not start the fourth quarter with the running clock. Thrown into Hall, and she's fouled. I'll say it was a shooting foul, so two shots rather for Keely Hall.
Eight of 10 at the free throw line for her so far today. She's had a stellar night.
makes the first one. Well, in addition to contributing to the best season that Klamath Union girls basketball has had in quite a while, she also was a big factor in the best season that Klamath Union volleyball has had in quite a while. First team all-league and all-defense for the Pelicans this fall as they made their first postseason appearance since 2016. Pena gets it back for three, swish.
When she's uncontested, her range is limitless. That was a great shot.
.23 seconds left in the third quarter. Kaylin Davis sends it to Pena. It's out of bounds, though. Davis inbound, 19.1 on the game clock. Excuse me. Shot clock is off. Slazak poked away from her by Harmon. Pena goes back to recover. Davis, 8 seconds. Slazak loses it. Zumwalt, can she beat the buzzer? Yes, she does. And that is how we will end the third quarter. It's a 32-point lead for Klamath Union. Fourth quarter will be over fairly quickly because of the clock. Alongside Josh Eldridge, it's our MyBase.com Game of the Week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Just about to start the fourth quarter here at Mazama. We are about 8 minutes of real time from this game being over. We'll have a running clock because the margin has surpassed 30 points. It will only stop on free throws. Kaylin Davis will inbound to get things started for the Vikings. In what should be a purely academic quarter of basketball. Kirkpatrick doubled, fouled.
These teams have played pretty physical towards the end of the third quarter. Even if the score is a little bit out of hand for Mazama, I mean, they continue to play physical, so keep an eye on that as this fourth quarter progresses.
That's something you've seen with Henley throughout the season. It's something you see with Klamath Union, too. Doesn't matter how big the lead is, they are still going to come after you. And here we have a foul, 2 free throws coming. Not even a minute in. It'll be Lily Kennel, sophomore, one of 6 sophomores on this Mazama team. The class distribution is 1 senior, 3 juniors, 6 sophomores, and 3 freshmen. So no real surprise that it's been a bit of a tough year for the Vikings. Obviously, Joy Lisa's departure left them having to try to replace really a legend in the girls' game. There's the putback shot there by Erin Garcia. I mean, just look at the numbers. In 12 seasons under Joy Lise, Mazama went 212 and 89. made several deep runs at the state tournament, including winning the state championship in 2013. Now at Oregon Tech, they're a national top 25 team in her first season as head coach, and in contention for a Cascade Conference championship, I should say.
Yeah, through the first 24 games up there, it's the best 24-game start that Tech has had in its history for the women. She's done a great job.
Some coaches are just flat-out winners. It doesn't really matter the level, and Joy Lease is one of them. Davis sends that one off the top of the backboard. Student section is imploring MAZAMA to put their bench in, and Vikings haven't quite done that yet. Pelicans have. We got Aria Miller, who's a two-way player, alternating between varsity and JV out there, along with Anissa Jimenez, Leah Segura, Bella Armijo, and Farah Zumwalt. Another shooting foul will be more free throws for the Vikings. Oh, no. It's actually on the floor. My mistake. That's much preferable to the alternative because the clock keeps running. Put back on the miss won't fall for Lily Kennel. 4:35 on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Well, they're rooting for the bench again in the KU student section, and typically that means you get your underclassmen some playing time, but for MAZAMA, most of their starters are underclassmen anyway, looking for varsity minutes. What a bucket by Jimenez.
And they just went crazy for that Anissa Jimenez bucket. It was a tough layup there for the sophomore. She's also a first-team all-league goalkeeper for the Klamath Union girls soccer team. Always great to see multi-sport athletes, and having earned that honor as only a sophomore, seems like she's got a bright future ahead of her. Zumwalt's pass tipped out of bounds. Jazzy Wilson and Addie Byington enter for their respective teams. Farah Zumwalt checks out for Klamath Union, and Kiana Crespin checks out for MAZAMA. Pelicans up by 39 here, 3:15 left in the game. Byington, elbow jumper, comes back off the glass. Segura. Segura with lane, fouled. And it'll be two shots for Leah Segura. Chance to get her name into the scorebook here. Misses the first free throw. Hannah Yacamelli and Aurora Garcia check in for MAZAMA as Isabella Pena and Lily Kennel come to the bench. Segura misses her second free throw. Rebound comes to her though. Turnaround comes up short. It's kept in by Armijo, but it goes out of bounds. Vikings ball. And John Nahar calls a timeout. We'll just keep it here because I've mentioned this before on the broadcast, but calling a timeout when you're up by 39 with under 3 minutes to go is exactly what my high school girls coach was infamous for doing.
Well, you can't take them with you, I suppose. And in a game like this, I mean, it's a lot of deep rotation players for KU. The game might be decided, but these minutes are meaningful to the underclassmen, so I can understand where Coach Nahar is coming from with this timeout.
Well, I don't see the boys team out there. They must still be in the locker room, but it happened multiple times when I was in high school that the girls' game would be winding down. We would be waiting in the wings, ready to come on for warm-ups. Girls' coach would call a timeout with a massive margin and a collective groan from our entire team. But my senior year, he won his 8th straight state championship, so no one was really going to grill him too much about it.
You might know a thing or two about basketball.
Miller to Jimenez. Jimenez, mid-range, too long. And Iacomelli fouled on the drive. A minute 45 to go. Still a 65-26 lead for Klamath Union. Hernandez, Davis, batted out of her hand by Wilson. Comes back to her, almost intercepted by Jimenez. And Garcia, the lone senior for the Vikings, makes what could be their final shot of this game. Armijo, Jimenez. Segura. Wilson. Miller. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Leia Segura. She throws it over to Bella Armijo. She puts up a floater that's well short, but the officials, did they call a foul?
I think the shot came off and then the shot clock violation perhaps, or no, Mazama's getting the ball back.
Yeah,
so.
You're right, it didn't hit the rim. Good point. $20 seconds left. Hernandez, Kirkpatrick, Hernandez throws it up, it misses. Rebound by Jimenez, 5 seconds to go. Wide open is Aria Miller, and she beats the buzzer. And that will do it. Final score, Klamath Union 67, Mazama 28. Pelicans set up a matchup with Henley on Friday at Pell Court. If Henley wins that, they clinch the Skyline Conference Championship. If Klamath Union wins, then they move into a tie for first place, and it would have to go to a tiebreaker. We'll take a break. Final scoring on the other side. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is Mason.com Game of the Week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at KLAMATH the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
67-28, the final score in the girls' game here on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Klamath Union cruising to a win over MAZAMA. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. Josh, you've got the final scoring tally. Let's have it.
All right, let's start with the victors tonight. Klamath Union led in scoring by Keeley Hall tonight with 16 points. 11 points for Keisha Lee Thomas and Dianara Pena. 5 points for Aaron Garcia. 4 for Dakota Neese and Farah Zumwalt. 2 for Anissa Jimenez, Bella Armijo, Leah Segura, and Aria Miller, your scorers for the Klamath Union Pelicans. For the Vikings, it was 9 points for Addie Byington tonight, 4 for each Leia Hernandez, Aurora Garcia, and Shaquela Jackson, 3 for Liliana Kennel, and 2 for Isabella Pena and Armida Kirkpatrick, your scorers tonight for the Vikings.
So Klamath Union sets up a much anticipated rematch with Henley at Pell Court on Friday night. The Pelicans lost the first game at the Hornets' Nest 57-36 on January 30th. It's one of only 2 losses they've suffered this season, and 57 was their most points allowed. 36 was the fewest points they've scored. So surely Klamath Union going to be looking for a better performance this time out, hoping that home court will give them a boost.
Yeah, in every sense of the word, that was an uncharacteristic performance from KU. Look for them to return to form at home on Friday.
Meanwhile, MAZAMA, it is going to be their next game, will be their last of the season, as they will head to Hidden Valley on Friday night, hoping to at least avoid ending the season on what would be a 20-game losing streak. All right, we're going to take a break, get set up for the boys' game here, which starts in about 15 minutes. It'll be on this same YouTube stream, or if you find yourself needing to be in the car, you can turn on the radio to KAGO. We'll also have it going on there. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. It's the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
And a very pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Tonight, the shifting seas of high school basketball bring us to the home of the Vikings at the campus of MAZAMA High School as we witness them host the KLAMATH Union Pelicans. Glad to be with you. My name is Josh Eldridge. Matt Bowling by my side tonight. In a Skyline Conference matchup, the Pelicans hope against hope to remain in the playoff hunt. We'll take a look at the Skyline Conference standings as we continue tonight. It's also senior night at MAZAMA High School, so we'll take a look at the one graduating boys basketball team member as well later on this evening. All that plus starting lineups and tip-off on the way on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO with live free video on MyBasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon, soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at KLAMATH the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Back with you from MAZAMA High School for the MyBasin.com Game of the Week as the Vikings host the Pelicans in a Skyline Conference matchup. While we have time, let's take a look now at the Skyline Conference standings. If you're watching on MyBasin.com, they're on your screen now. But for those of you listening, the Henley Hornets lead the conference 5-1 in league play. The Phoenix Pirates follow them 4-2. Hidden Valley's 3-2. And then you've got these two Klamath Basin teams at the bottom of the conference. The Pelicans are 1-4. The Vikings are 1-5. Now, MAZAMA is eliminated from playoff contention, but KLAMATH Union still has a path, and that's all you can hope for at this point in the season. And as a matter of fact, the other game that matters for them tonight, Phoenix and Hidden Valley, they play tonight over at Phoenix High School. And if you kind of try to break down the map there, KLAMATH Union hopes that Hidden Valley wins tonight, and then that both Phoenix and Hidden Valley lose out the rest of the season. That would potentially move them up into second place in the Skyline Conference, pending any tiebreakers, and still waiting on word about how exactly that all shakes out in the conference. But KLAMATH Union still a bit of a chance to make the playoffs this late in the season. That's really all you can ask for.
Yeah, must win tonight, though, and they didn't win the first matchup. MAZAMA came in to Pelcourt and beat them 59-57 in overtime. KLAMATH Union had a lead in the fourth quarter, but they just let it slip away from them. And, well, instant classic for us to be part of, but one that certainly left KLAMATH Union with a sour taste in their mouths.
Yeah, we've got their student section behind us tonight. I'm sure they're going to be loud and hoping for a great environment this evening.
This is, I guess, probably a fraction of what I imagine it must be like to broadcast in Cameron Indoor Stadium, where you've got the Cameron Crazies right behind you, really on top of you.
Yeah, it's a fun atmosphere here at Valhalla Court, and they just honored the one senior Marcos Ulloa Ford. It's kind of cool what the boys basketball team has done. All their warm-up jerseys have got number 11 on the back. They're all wearing white. Then Marcos, who is number 11, is wearing pink on Valentine's Cupid night for the student section.
So the rest of the team's warm-up shirts have "We Heart Marcos" on the front of them, and Marcos Ulloa Ford's pink warm-up shirt just has Marcos on the front of it.
That's pretty great.
That's I guess that's one of the perks of being the only senior. It's not really senior night as much as it is Marcos night. So good for him. Mazama, of course, hoping to make this an enjoyable one for him by pulling off their first sweep of Klamath Union since 2018 and really fully dash their rivals' playoff hopes.
Right now we're meeting the starting 5 for Klamath Union, and it goes like this. Number 0, Tony Matheny. Number 10, Jeffrey Spooner. Number 22, Dashel Garad. Number 30, Malcolm Lassett-Hankins. And number 34, Daquan McKay. The Pelicans are coached by Mr. Ed Case, assisted by Liston Case, Evan Gallagher, and Randy Barley. Here are the starting 5 for the Mazama Vikings. Number 0, a junior standing 6'3", Gabe Nanny. Number 4, a junior standing 5'9", Kai Hunt. Number 11, a senior standing 5'10", Marcos Ulloa Ford. Number 12, a junior standing 6'1", Jordan Beals. And number 32, a junior standing 6'5", Ryan Hayden. The Vikings are coached by Ryan Millsap and assisted by Kyle Gomez. The Vikings wearing their home white uniforms tonight with Vikings written across their chest in blue and black trim. Pelicans this evening wearing their red road uniforms with written across the chest and black trim on those unis. We're just about ready for basketball this evening. The MyBasin.com Game of the Week. So glad you could spend tonight with us wherever you are and however you might be watching. Be sure you spread the word. It'll be Spooner and Hayden down low for the tip. Not quite sure what exactly we're waiting for down there. And we're not waiting anymore. Here we go. It's the Vikings who control the opening tip. They'll be moving from right to left across your radio dial. Kai Hunt into the front court for the Vikings. Dumps it down low to Gabe Nanny. Kicks it back outside to Hunt. Now back to Nanny on the right wing. Finds its way to Ulloa Ford on the near side. Fields a trap by the Pelicans. Now top of the key to Hunt. Tries to slice up the defense, but gets fouled. And this one's just going to be on the floor, but an early foul against the Pelicans with 7 feet remaining in the first. Inbound pass finds its way to Kai Hunt on the far side. Brings it back out, well beyond the arc, trying to direct a little bit of traffic. Now to Ulloa Ford on the near side, back to Hunt. Hunt dumps it down low to Hayden, kicks it to Ulloa Ford in the near corner for a triple, back iron no good. Beals with the rebound, dumps it off to Nanny down low, but his layup too strong on the putback. Now here come the Pelicans. Daquan McKay to bring it up the floor. Kicks it near side to Garad, now back to McKay, zips it far side to Lassett-Hankins. Back to the Garad. Lassett-Hankins on the far side, deep triple, left short, and the rebound picked up by the Vikes. Kai Hunt racing into the front court. Coming to the near side to Ulloa Ford, head fakes a three, driving baseline, kicks it back outside to Hunt for a three. Off the glass, no good. The Pelicans with the rebound. Kicked into the front court to Garant. Steps into the paint, go for the shot, high off the glass, no good. And the Vikings wrestling for the rebound was Spooner and Nanny, and a whistle. And I believe this is going to give the Vikings the ball. Nope, it'll be Pell's ball at the baseline. 6:40 left to go on the first, still scoreless from Valhalla Court. Garad, top of the key, into a long triple, rims out. Rebound collected by Nanny, and here come the Vikes. Hunt rifles one into the front court. Ulloa Ford from the mid-range bounces it back out to Hunt. Throws one across the court to Beals, now to Nanny, top of the key. Shoves it over to Hunt, to Ulloa Ford on the right wing. Guarded by Matheny, now back to Kai Hunt. 19 to shoot. Kicks it to Beals, now in the near corner to Nanny. A triple, no good. Jeff Spooner with the rebound, has it knocked out, but Last touched by the Vikes, and it'll be Pelicans ball with 6:10 to go in the first. Still scoreless. All right, Daquan McKay, the 6-foot senior for the Pelicans, crosses Viking Nation across half court. Near side to Garage. In the corner to McKay, a triple is offline, and rebound collected by Mazama. As Beals on the glass, ahead to Hunt. Hunt takes a screen right. McKay back on him, throws it to Beals the near side. Underhand shove to Hunt, back over to Uloa Ford. A triple rims out again. Both teams missing shots from the perimeter. That ball goes out of bounds and will remain in possession of the Vikings.
5:38 left in the first quarter, and we're still at 0-0.
Beals bouncing it down low to Nanny on the block. Tries to get rid of it to Beals again, out of bounds. And the Vikings, I believe, holding on to this one. Beals to inbound, gets it to Nanny off a screen, but quickly picked up by Garant. Now to Hunt. Hunt, top of the key, gets it to Nanny, a triple. That one won't go either. And this time it's Lassett Hankins who skies for the rebound. Kicks it ahead to McKay, into the front court for KU. Garad dumps it down low to Matheny. He likes the mid-range shot and he drains it. First points of the night go to Klamath Union and Anthony Matheny. Now the Pelicans pressing a little bit on defense, but Beals takes it into the front court to Mazama. Now trying to splice up the defense. Kicks it out to Nanny, out of bounds, and Pelicans take over on the errant pass. 4:56 to go in the first. KU up 2-0. Daquan McKay and Lassett Hankins. Kick it to Garad. Now it's back to Lassett Hankins, head of the key, taking a screen right. Kicks it in the near corner, back to Lassett Hankins. Garad whips it over to Matheny in the far corner, into a triple for Matheny. It's good. 5 points for Matheny, gives his team a 5-0 lead with 4.5 to go in the first. Kai Hunt trying to cross into the front court, finally makes it up, bounces it to Hayden at the left elbow, back outside to Hunt. Quick triple, front iron, no good. Mazama with the rebound. It's Uloa Ford on the far side. Over to Nanny. He tries to respond with a triple. Again, too strong. Uloa Ford with the rebound, but he loses it. Picked up into the front court by McKay, and he lays it up and in. Timeout called by Coach Millsap. His team down 7-0 with 4:05 to go in the first. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 K.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at CalOR the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Back into the action in the third quarter and a turnover for the Vikings, and a foul is going to send Daquan McKay to the free throw line, it looks like. Klamath Union has jumped out to a 7-0 lead with 3:53 to go in the first quarter over Mazama. 5 of those points credited to Antonio Matheny. Daquan McKay is the other 2, and now he's at the free throw line. First free throw is too strong, no good. McKay had 9 points last time these teams squared off. It was back on the 26th. And rattles home. Vikings get the ball into the front court. Carter fires one to Uloa Ford, now to Nanny, over to Hunt, driving the right side, up and under, loses the ball, taken away by Jeff Spooner, gives it right back to Nanny, who's fouled on the shot. And so this will send Gabe Nanny to the free throw line. A fine time to remind you that we are in desperate need of athletic officials here in the Basin, whether it's basketball or any other sport that you might love. So if you want to stay in shape and earn a little bit of money in the process, you should become an athletic official. Like I said, not only here in the Basin, but a shortage of officials all over the state. We need you now more than ever. Visit osaa.org/officials for more information. A couple of misses for Nanny at the free throw line. Keep the score 8-1. With 3.5 to go in the first. Garrod back to McKay. And McKay now kicks it over to Garrod. 18 to shoot for the Pels. Staying around the perimeter. That's Lassette Hankins kicking it to Garrod. Top of the key. Over to Lassette Hankins. Pardon me, that's McKay. Driving inside the paint, goes strong to the rim. Reverse layup, no good. Spooner with the putback is up and in. All right, 10-1. KU in front of Mazama. And he trying to answer from the mid-range. Kicks it to Kai Hunt. Splitting up the defense. A shot from about 8 feet. Good for Kai Hunt. 10-3. KU leads. 2:42 to go in the first quarter. Here's Lassette Hankins on the far side. Gets it to Matheny. Trying to drive the far baseline. Gets the defender to jump. Reverse layup. No good. Rebound is batted out of bounds and going the way of the Vikings. It'll be Hayden to inbound. Pelicans in a light press on defense. Kai Hunt will throw it to Carter to get it across half court. Now to Nanny, back to Hunt. Hunt guarded by McKay, head of the key. Brings it around the far side, kicks it to Nanny. Fakes left, steps back to his right, into a triple. Offline to the right, the rebound is wrestled for underneath. Saved by Carter, kicked out to Ford. He rifles it down to Hayden for the layup. That's too strong. Here come the Pelicans on the other side. McKay into the front court. 10-3, under 2 minutes to go in the first. And the Pels have the lead over Mazama. Pass intended for Spooner down low, taken away by Gabe Nanny. Shoves it ahead to Kai Hunt. Mazama 2-on-3 in the fast break. Disadvantage, ball goes out of bounds. And this will stay with the Vikings. Couple of subs coming in for KU. Grafton Wata and Calvin Hayes checking in. To the bench go Jeff Spooner and Dashel Garrod. Also for the Vikings, it looks like we've got Connor Baker into the game as Hayden takes a seat on the bench. Quick inbound and a triple by Uloa Ford is good. Trims the lead to 4, 10-6 with 1:40 to go in the first quarter. KU still has the lead. Here's Hayes on the right side. Gets it to Lassette Hankins. Pump fakes. Now drives the right side of the key. Up off the glass, no good. And the Vikings take it. This time allowing Kai Hunt to cross into the front court uncontested. Calls for a Baker screen but denies it. Drops it down low to Baker, but the pass taken away by Hayes. Throws it ahead to McKay. McKay brings it out beyond the arc. Now to Hayes. Hayes to Lassette Hankins. Into a triple. Back iron, no good. Hayes for the rebound. Kicks it back outside to Lassette Hankins. Going to work against Carter. Now over to McKay. McKay takes a long triple wide left, and the rebound collected by Mazama. 48 seconds to go in the first, and 10-6. KU leads over the Vikings. Here's Kai Hunt. Hunt fires it over to Uloa Ford. Over far side to Nanny, bothered by Lassette Hankins. Down low to Uloa Ford, but McKay knocks it out of bounds for KU, so Mazama holds on to it. 15 to shoot, 30 on the game clock, and Jordan Beals checks in for Gabe Nanny. And to inbound is Hunt, dumps it quickly to Beals. Beals left alone beyond the perimeter, won't shoot, thought about it for a moment, then kicks it to Hunt. 7 seconds to shoot for Mazama. Hunt brings it around half court, just texts the shot clock, realizes he has to shoot into a long triple, no good. Loose ball wrestled for underneath. Uloa Ford is fouled and one on the putback. Ulloa Ford to the free throw line. An Oregon Tech baseball commit, will soon be teammates with Jacob Cook, who is an assistant coach for the Klamath Union Pelicans. He's also on the baseball team for OIT, spends some time coaching as Ulloa Ford makes his free throw, makes it a 1-point game. 10-9, under 10 seconds to go. Pass in the near corner to Hayes, 6 now to shoot. Here's Matheny, head fakes a 3, driving inside, splitting up the defense, loses it on the drive, but KU gets one more shot at it with 1 second to go in the opening frame. And sub Hayden comes in for Mazama. Trying to guard the inbounder. KU looks for a quick shot. Hayes gets it off in time, but the shot no good. And we go to the second quarter with Klamath Union leading 10-9. We'll be back with the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 GO.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Back with you for the second quarter from Valhalla Court as the Vikings lead the Klamath Union Pelicans 10-9. We get things started. The Vikings with the basketball. Connor Baker with it, top of the key, down to Ulloa Ford for a free throw line. Turnaround, Jay, it's good.
Now Mazama leads. It's 11-10.
All right, here's McKay over to Hayes. Gets it to Lassette Hankins, over to McKay. Down low to Matheny on the left side, up with a tough shot and in. 12-11, Klamath Union leads. Here's Beals. Now to Hunt. Hunt throws it to Hayden, well beyond the arc. Still holding on to it, bouncing it over to Ulloa Ford. Couple of steps inside the perimeter, mid-range shot no good, and Wata with the rebound has it picked from behind by Kai Hunt, goes out of bounds. KU holds on to it. And the sub coming in, for Mazama. Gabe Nanny back in for Connor Baker. 5 on the floor for KU is Lassette Hankins, McKay, Matheny, Wata, and Hayes. Here's Hayes. Hayes left uncontested from range, but hits a triple off the front iron. KU gets the rebound. Ahead to McKay, throws it to Hayes in the same spot. Now back to McKay. Over to Lassette Hankins, brings it around on the left wing, bounces it down low to Matheny. Matheny on the left side, pulls for about 18 and drills it. And a whistle, and timeout is called. We'll take it to 14-11. Klamath Union in front of the Vikings on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
The Pelicans lead the Vikings 14-11 on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. And It's been a lot of Antonio Matheny so far for Klamath Union. 9 points for him off the jump of this game and one made triple. He shot the ball well. It'll be the Vikings who start with the ball. Kai Hunt brings it up, guarded a little bit by Lassett Hankins. Shoves it to Nanny on the right side. Dumps it down low to Beals. Beals on the right block, out to Uloa Ford. Uncontested three, too strong, and here's Matheny. Matheny shoves it ahead to Lassett Hankins in transition. He won't get it. The putback attempt by McKay is no good, and Mazama gets it back. Here's Kai Hunt. Brings it along the left side, takes a screen going right. Now brings it to the right elbow, out to Uloa Ford. Spins around at the free throw line. Trapped by Wata, and Wata strips it. Racing to the bucket against Kai Hunt. Wata wins the battle and scores. Pass on the other side and a miss by Mazama. Score remains 16-11. 5.5 to go in the second quarter and a traveling violation against Klamath Union. Got a score update from the Phoenix and Hidden Valley game as the Pirates lead 17-9 after one. That's a big game in the Skyline Conference. Talk a little bit about the standings at halftime, but KU hoping for a Phoenix comeback there. Here's Kai Hunt. Takes a screen going right. Trying to drive against Wata. Nice touch off the glass for Kai Hunt to the score. 6 points for him. His team still trailing by 3. 16-13. 5:09 to go in the second quarter. Here's Hayes in the near corner. Again, left alone for a triple. No good. Manny with the rebound, and Kai Hunt brings it up. Hunt against Daquan McKay. Trying to go one-on-one. Dumps it down low to Hayden on the left elbow. Hands it off to Uloa Ford. Driving the left side. Spins around. Fadeaway blocked by Wata. But Uloa Ford, a heads-up play, knocks it away. Wata recollects, and a foul against Uloa Ford. Great effort trying to recover, stopping a possible fast break. McKay, who holds on to possession. Wata to inbound, and it'll be McKay across the half-court stripe. Kicks it near side to Lassett Hankins, back to McKay. Shoves it to Hayes on the left wing. Now to Matheny, a turnaround left elbow jumper splash. 18-13 Klamath Union, 4:15 to go in the second quarter. Kai Hunt against Daquan McKay, steps back, continues the dribble, kicks it to Uloa Ford, wasn't expecting the pass, but gets it down to Nanny. Now back to Uloa Ford. Bouncing it to Nanny once more, draws three defenders, turns around, a baby hook is good. Nanny's first points of the night bring this thing back within 3. 3:50 to go in the second quarter. McKay shoves it to Hayes. They're not respecting that three-point shot from Hayes. He dumps it down low to Matheny, who draws free throws on a mid-range jumper and is fouled. Matheny led the Pelicans with 17 points in the last meeting between these two squads and having another splendid night tonight. He's got 11 points. And he'll get a second free throw here. Looks like Kai Hunt checked back into the game, or no, I believe it was Peters checked into the game for Mazama, Drake Peters. All right, second free throw from Matheny is good. A 1-for-2 trip there. It's a 4-point game, and we're going to see Lassett Hankins go to the bench. Dashel Garad checks back in. The Pelicans following Kai Hunt all the way up the floor. McKay guarding him. Played good defense on Hunt so far. Kicks it over to Beals. Beals shoves it to Hayden. Down low to Nanny, but pass batted away by Matheny. Last touched by him, so the Vikings hold on to it. 3:30 to go in the second. And the Pels lead by 4. Kai Hunt trying to call for motion on the inbound. Gets it to Drake Peters. Peters in the near corner. Brings it around. Top of the key. Kicks it to Hunt. Takes a Peters screen going right. Brings it back out well beyond the arc. Shoves it to Beals. Beals on the far side. 5 to shoot. Beals loses control of it. Out of bounds. Last touched by Calvin Hayes. And so the Vikings get one more look, but with 3 seconds on the shot clock, they're going to have to move quick. Beals to inbound. Quick bounce to Kai Hunt. Dribbles into the far corner. A running three. Front iron, no good. Here come the Pelicans racing up the floor. McKay tries to throw it off the glass, but he is going to be fouled by Beals. Beals going to be with the blocking foul there. Just couldn't set his feet quick enough. And that sends Daquan McKay to the penalty stripe. He's 1 for 2 already tonight, and 3 points to his name. His first free throw rolls around the rim and out. He's earned another. Jeff Spooner into the game for Klamath Union. To the bench goes Grafton Wata. And the second free throw is good for Daquan McKay. 5-point game, 20-15. Klamath Union in front of Mazama. Here's Kai Hunt along the near side. Brings it into the corner, guarded by McKay. Shoves it over to Hayden, quickly to Peters in the near corner. Peters puts it on the deck. Left pretty much alone beyond the perimeter. Gets it to Uloa Ford. Rifles one down low to Nanny, but the pass taken away. Here come the Pelicans. It's McKay against Uloa Ford in the paint. The layup too strong. Rebound collected by Peters. And now it's Kai Hunt. Tries to get it to Nanny, but again taken away by the Pels. Matheny down low to McKay. Back out to Matheny. Driving up against Uloa Ford and a foul. And a nice two-man game played by the Pels there earns Matheny a trip to the free throw line. Charge the foul to Marcos Uloa Ford. That's his second and the Vikings' fourth as a team this quarter. Matheny's first free throw is good. One more obviously puts the Pelicans into the bonus. Still 2:22 to go in the second quarter. And a 6-point game in favor of the Pels. Well, make it 7 after a couple of made free throws from Matheny. Score 22-15. Peters over to Hunt. Hunt takes a screen right. Now over to Uloa Ford on the right wing. Kicks it to Peters, top of the key. Peters with the ball high above his head, kicks it to Nanny. Quick triple for Gabe Nanny, front iron no good. And another rebound for KU. McKay shoves it ahead to Garat. Thought about a three, guarded by Peters. Back out to McKay, now to Hayes on the far side. Hayes left alone. Another triple taken and missed by Calvin Hayes, but the rebound collected by KU. Zipped around to Garat. He takes a right wing triple, it's good. First points for Dashel Garat. His team now leads by 10, 25-15. A minute 39 to go in the second quarter. The Vikings looking to answer. Here's Uloa Ford to Kai Hunt. Hunt slows things down, kicks it to Hayden. Hayden guarded by Spooner along the arc. Now over to Uloa Ford, head of the key, takes a screen left, kicks it to Hunt in the near corner. Hunt over to Peters, throws it over to Hayden on the far side. 5 to shoot for the Vikings. Hayden, a right elbow jumper is no good. And the rebound collected by Calvin Hayes and the Pelicans. Matheny over to McKay. McKay kicks it near side to Hayes. Again left alone for a triple. That time, he connects. 28-15. Mazama now into the front court. They trail. Uloa Ford dancing around inside the arc. Kicks it outside to Hayden. Finds Hunt cutting to the rim and a whistle. They're going to call a foul on the floor. And no free throws earned for Hunt on that drive. Deshaun Carter checks in for Drake Peters. And they're going to charge that foul to Daquan McKay. That's his first and his team's first this quarter. 43 seconds to go in the second. And it's 28-15 Klamath Union in front of Mazama. Uloa Ford also goes to the bench. And Josiah Zangari checks in. Inbounds it quickly to Hunt. Hunt to Hayden. Back to Hunt. Driving inside the paint. A 13-foot floater is offline. McKay with the rebound. Racing into the front court. Up with the shot. No good on the layup. And a foul going against KU. 29 and a tenth of a second remain in the second quarter. And the inbound went to Kai Hunt. He'll cross the timeline for the Vikings. Takes the Carter screen right, picked up by Garrod as he switches on to him. Now over to Sanguri, back to Hunt, now to Hayden, picked up by Spooner. Here's Hayden with it, again guarded by Spooner. Physical defense on the perimeter and a whistle down low. Bounce pass intended for Carter. He's bumped by McKay. And it's 3 quick fouls for KU in the last about minute and a half, but 7 seconds on the game clock. And Mazama has possession and opportunity for the last shot of the quarter. Uloa Ford checks in. And here's Uloa Ford to inbound. We're just about ready to go. Quick inbound to Hunt. Hunt back to Uloa Ford. Ford to shoot. Step back, a triple from Uloa Ford, contested and no good. And that will bring us to the end of the first half. Klamath Union has jumped all over Mazama, 28-15. We'll be back with halftime stats and a look ahead at MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150-29 KAGO.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at CalOR the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
We're red tonight.
Huh?
It is halftime at Mazama High School, and the Vikings trail the Pelicans 28-15 after 16 minutes. Our leading scorer so far has been Antonio Matheny with 14 points for the Pelicans. He's gotten contributions from Daquan McKay with 4. Dashel Garrod, Calvin Hayes each have 3. Grafton Wata and Jeffrey Spooner each have 2. For Mazama, it's been 6 points from Kai Hunt, 5 from Marcos Uloa Ford, and 2 from Gabe Nanny. Matt, I feel like the big exclamation point from this first half was how good KU's played on defense. They've denied the ball to Mazama's perimeter shooters, and so far the Vikings over from beyond the arc.
Yeah, in the first matchup, Klamath Union led 28-24 at halftime. Here they lead 28-15. Great job, especially after Mazama took the lead early in the second quarter, erasing a 7-0 lead that Klamath Union built over the first half. Well, a little more than the first half of the first quarter. Nice response by the Pelicans. They let a lead get away from them in the first matchup. They seem pretty intent on not letting it happen again.
It's been good basketball so far. A Skyline Conference matchup. The Pelicans hoping for a playoff hopes to stay alive if they hold on and win this one. But a lot of that depends on what happens over in Phoenix as the Pirates take on Hidden Valley. It's another big Skyline Conference game. We'll give you a score update of that one on the other side, as well as an update for the Skyline Conference standings when we continue your halftime report from Valhalla Court. On the campus of Mazama High School, the Vikings trail by 13, 28-15 at half. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAO.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Back with you at halftime. The score, Vikings 15, Klamath Union 28 in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. 1150, 92.9 KAGO. This is a Skyline Conference matchup. And if you're watching on the live stream, you can see the standings on your screen right now. If you're just listening, the Vikings and the Pelicans towards the bottom of the Skyline Conference, but Klamath Union still an outside shot at a playoff berth. They've got to hope for Phoenix to lose tonight, and then Hidden Valley to basically lose every game after tonight. And right now, it's not going that way. Over at Phoenix, the Pirates lead the Mustangs 29-21. If Phoenix wins, that would effectively eliminate Klamath Union from postseason contention in the Skyline Conference. Only the top two teams are going to make it out of the league this year, so that would leave Hidden Valley and Phoenix basically as the only teams left standing, along with Henley, who's at the top of the league right now.
Yeah, well, you do third team does get a bid for a play-in spot. But, yeah, as things stand right now, Klamath Union, it's going to be tough for them. They're going to need some help.
Right now, they look to be in fairly good control of this game, 28-15. We're getting a performance from the cheer team right now at Mazama. Senior night for them already celebrated. We talked a little bit about Marcos Uloa Ford, the only senior on the basketball team. But they also honored some seniors from the Mazama band. I want to give a shout out to a couple of those kids. Cyrus Hamilton, Amy Hansman, Melissa Mile, Emith Valdez, and Jasper Wells, the graduating seniors from the Mazama band. I got to say, they've done a pretty good job tonight of keeping the atmosphere up. Them and the two student sections going back and forth has created a fun night of basketball.
Yeah, I mean, the games have been a little ugly at times. I mean, in this boys game, neither team scored for about the first 4 minutes of the game. But, yeah, the atmosphere has been great. You can tell this is a historic rivalry. These teams and these schools really don't like each other that well. And, well, it always makes for a fun time when they get together.
102nd matchup in the history of these schools since Mazama opened its doors in 1979. And each of these teams looking to write their name in that long history between these two squads. We've got the third and fourth quarters ahead to decide that. Coming up next is just about ready for the third quarter in a couple minutes on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. We'll take a break on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO right now at halftime. Klamath Union 28, Mazama 15.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at KLAMATH the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Welcome back to Valhalla Court on the campus of Mazama High School. And the public address announcer here, Tom Keller, wishing a happy birthday to a special fan in attendance. If you've been around Klamath Basin sports, you've definitely seen him. Superfan Steve around the building, spent some time up at Oregon Tech and here at Valhalla Court. Happy birthday, Steve. It's just about a minute away from the third quarter. Mazama is going to be trailing coming into this frame by 13 points, but when we saw them on Friday against Henley, they ended up losing that game. But, down at half, they had a couple of runs in them. That's one thing we know about this Vikings team. They kind of just always hang around. I look to see that from them in the second half, too.
Yeah, did the same in the first matchup against Klamath Union. They fell down 26-15, ended the half on a 9-2 run. Didn't get that tonight. Going to be a bit harder for them to climb their way back into this one the way Klamath Union's playing right now.
5 on the floor for those Klamath Union Pelicans coming out of the break. It's Jeff Spooner, Dashul Garad, Antonio Matheny, Daquan McKay, and Malcolm Lassett-Hankins. Again, the Pelicans in their road uniforms tonight. Pels across their chest in white text, some wings on their shorts. And the Vikings head out to the floor too. Marcos Uloa Ford, Ryan Hayden, Gabe Nanny, Kai Hunt, and Jordan Beals. The Vikings in their home whites. The Vikings across the chest in blue. It'll be the Pels to start with the basketball. Here's Dashul Garad along the near side. Quick triple for the Pelicans, no good. Jeff Spooner with the rebound, going to work down low. His shot off the glass is no good, but he is fouled. And so Spooner head to the line for a pair with just 13 seconds gone in the third quarter. Spooner had a couple of points in that first half, but this will be his first trip to the line tonight as he misses his first free throw. And second free throw on the way for Spooner. It's no good. Ron with the rebound. It was a long one. Kicks it over to McKay. McKay brings it around, head of the key, over to Lassett-Hankins. Now to Garad. Picked up by Beals. Goes to the right side, dumping it down low to Spooner. He throws one off the glass. Again, no good. Spooner gets his own rebound back. Splits up a double team, up and in for Jeff Spooner.
That was a tough layup by Jeff Spooner.
Here's Uloa Ford on the other side as the Vikings trail now by 15. Uloa Ford over to Kai Hunt. Fakes left, driving right, up off the glass. Hunt is fouled and one. It was a nice move to the rim, soft touch off the glass. Kai Hunt, the bucket, and a free throw. He's got 8 points after that make. This is his first trip to the line. Mazama as a team is 1 for 3 so far from the penalty stripe. Here's the free throw from Hunt. It's up and it's in. Pelicans hurrying quickly into the front court. Garrod kicks it to McKay. To Matheny at the free throw line. Loses the handle, but he's fouled. And reaching in was Marcos Ulloa Ford. That's his third foul. And on his senior night, in a little bit of foul trouble with 7:07 to go in the third quarter. Here's Lasted Hankins, kicking it to Garrod. Brings it left, finds a little bit of room, takes a shot, it's good. 6 points for Garrod. His team leads 33-18. Mazama on the other side, a tough bucket for Jordan Beals. Gets him on the scoreboard. Now that lead cut down 33-20. Klamath Union in front of Mazama. 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Kickball violation against Kai Hunt on the defensive end, and a timeout called by Coach Case. We'll take it to, again, 33-20. 6:38 to go in the third, and the Pelicans in front of the Vikings. The MyBasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Two rival schools, two rival student sections. You hear them behind us. For Klamath Union, it's USA night in the red, white, and blue. Across the way, the Vikings in pink for Cupid night. So the Pelicans start with the ball here with about 6.5 to go in the third quarter. They're up 33-20. Ashel Garrod has it on the left wing. Brings it around top of the key. Steps back over to Lasset Hankins. Dumping it down to Spooner. And he is going to be blocked by Hayden. Rebound collected by the Pels. The putback no good. And the Vikings race into the front court. Here's Kai Hunt. Drives the left side. Gets to the baseline and a whistle. And I believe this one's just going to be a reach foul against Lasset Hankins. That's his third. And that evens up the team foul count at 2 apiece. Mazama with it. Inbound pass to Kai Hunt. Tries to drive baseline, kicks it outside to Hayden, loses the dribble on the way to the rim and a turnover. Now it's Lasset Hankins into the front court and an easy layup for 2. 35-18, Klamath Union ahead, 5:52 to go in the third quarter. That's Lasset Hankins' first point of the night. Kai Hunt. Going right, trying to split up the defense right down Main Street. The layup off the glass and in. And a whistle by the near official. I believe something was on the court. Shouldn't be too long of a stoppage in play. I think it was one of Matheny's hair bands. And he's having to take care of that, but we're ready to go. 5:40 to go in the third. And Klamath Union leading this one 35-22 on the road. Here's McKay. Over to Hayes. Hayes loses the dribble, and it's picked up by Zangri. Now to Hunt. Hunt throws it near side. Zangri back to Hunt. Into a triple for Kai Hunt. Front iron no good. Mazama battles for the rebound. The putback also offline. This time Spooner picks it up off the glass. Shoves it ahead to McKay. To Matheny. Matheny in the near corner. Throws it top of the key to Garrod. Zips it far side to Hayes for 3. No good. Rebound collected by the Pels. McKay brings it out beyond the arc. Now around top of the key. Picked up by Beals. Shoves it to Hayes. Hayes now to Matheny. Matheny steps left, goes right, loses the dribble, tied up underneath, throws it down low to Spooner, gets the defender to jump. His layup is offline, but he's fouled, falling backwards. And Jeff Spooner going to the line. Spooner 4 points for him tonight, but 0 for 2 at the line so far. These free throws hard earned, and the first one's good. Grafton Wata checking in. And Pels only have 4 players on the floor, trying to figure out who their 5th guy is. They're trying to figure out who Wata was checking in for. And Calvin Hayes came off the floor without checking out, or the player checking in for him was the wrong one, so Hayes trying to figure that out. The second free throw from Spooner was no good. Matheny with the rebound, left alone for a triple, way short, but Wata with the rebound and the putback. 38-22, 4.5 to go in the third, and a quick try at a bucket for Mazama. Nanny can't get the rebound. Or the layup, rather, and it goes out of bounds. Mazama does get it, though. So the 5 on the floor for KU after all the subs are settled. It's Hayes, Spooner, Matheny, McKay, and Wata. Here's Beals for Mazama. Takes a right elbow jumper. Beals, no good. Rebound collected by Nanny. Loose ball finds its way to Hayden, and he gets the bucket and the foul. Hayden's first 2 points of the night, and his first trip to the line coming up. That was the 3rd foul for Jeff Spooner, and so he'll check out. Sure who number 11 is for KU. He checks in, and free throw no good for Hayden. And a whistle. This one's going against Kai Hunt on the rebound. So Daquan McKay will bring it up for the Pels as they lead by 14 with 4:10 to go in the third. Here's Matheny. Ball high above his head, puts it on the deck, between his legs, shoves it to McKay. McKay over to Hayes. And a triple taken by McKay is no good. Nanny skies for the rebound. Here's Kai Hunt into the front court for the Vikings. Hunt has it, top of the key, terminates the dribble, kicks it out to Nanny for a triple, no good. And the rebound is a loose ball collected by the Pels. A nice save from the ball going out of bounds by Lassett Hankins. And pardon me, that was Daquan McKay. He's the one who's going to bring it up the floor. And now over to Matheny. Matheny back to McKay. To Hayes, bouncing it down low to Matheny. His shot no good. Rebound battled for underneath. A tie-up and possession favoring the Vikings. So Hayden to inbound to Hunt. Hunt brings it along the near side, kicks it to Beals, to Nanny, coming off a screen. Top of the key, 3, too strong. And the rebound is collected by Hayes. Here come the Pelicans. It's Daquan McKay. Kicks it to Hayes on the far side. Now down low to Matheny, gets the defender to jump, trying to get around 3 Vikings, but finds Wata cutting to the rim for 2. 6 points for Grafton Wata. His team leads 16. It's 40-24, 2.5 to go in the third. Here's Hunt. Kai Hunt, bouncing it down low to Hayden. A nice look, but Hayden can't get it close to the cup. Now the Pelicans come the other way. McKay shoves it over to number 11 for Klamath Union. Now it's to Matheny. Mid-range jumper no good for Matheny, but the putback is in by Wata. Hard work again by Grafton on the glass. And that makes the score 42-24, and we've got time. 2:06 to go in the third, and the Pelicans lead on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week, 11:50, 92.9 KAGO.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at CalOR the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Klamath Union Athletic Director Tyler Baker has told me that number 11 is Landon Bogate.
Okay, Landon Bogate, number 11. Quick layup from MAZAMA. Has him in business coming out of the timeout. That was Kai Hunt. And a two-pointer taken and made by McKay, a long mid-range as he answers. 44-26, Klamath Union in front, a minute 45 to go in the third. Kai Hunt off the glass, and he is fouled shooting two. Hunt is 1 for 1 at line tonight. As a team, MAZAMA has struggled a little bit at making that one. As Deshaun Carter checks into the game. They were just 2 for 6 from the penalty stripe before that make. And here's a good free throw from Hunt. Score 44-28, Klamath Union with a minute 38 to go in the third quarter. Here's Bogate, shoves it over to Matheny. Matheny thought about a triple and is going to be fouled on the drive by Carter. Probably a decent recovery by Carter after jumping on the pump fake, although that's the 15th foul MAZAMA, so it sends him to the line. Matheny had 14 points in the first half, and this is his first look at points here in the third quarter. His free throw's good. So far, he's now 4 for 5 at the penalty stripe after that make. Second free throw, rattles out. Uloa Ford with the rebound. And here come the Vikings. Kai Hunt along the far side, brings it around, head of the key. Over to Uloa Ford. Spins around to his right, crosses back, behind the back dribble, step back, right elbow jumper, rims out. Bogate with the rebound. Now it's McKay, bouncing it over to Wata on the far corner. Around the defender, reverse layup is no good. And Wata hit the deck pretty hard. He's gonna have been fouled. I believe that one's on Carter. That's his second, and free throws on the way for Grafton Wata. 6 points already here in the third quarter, and his first look at the free throw line coming up. And it looks like Connor Baker getting ready to check in for MAZAMA, and he will. Baker in for Hayden, and Wata's first free throw was good. He'll earn a second. And Wata's second free throw is no good. Baker with the rebound. The score 46-28 with a minute to go in the third. Vikings need a little mini run. It starts with a Kai Hunt. He draws a foul at least, and he's going to the line. He is 3 for 3 so far tonight at the line. And now 4 for 4. And it looks like Roland Vanerath getting ready to check in for Klamath Union. Out goes Daquan McKay. This is the first we're seeing of Vanerath, the 5'11 junior for the Pelicans. Kai Hunt on the second throw. That one is no good. Bogate with the rebound. Kicks it to Vanerath. Now to Matheny as he crosses timeline. Matheny driving inside the paint, and a charging foul called against Carter underneath on the layup. The shot was no good, but Matheny to the line for 2 more.
We have another score update from the Phoenix Hidden Valley game. Phoenix leads 38-37 at the end of the third quarter.
And Klamath Union hoping to hold on to this one and hoping for a Hidden Valley win. That game much closer than this one is here as Matheny makes that first free throw as Klamath Union tries to open up a 20-point lead. And Matheny does just that. 29, 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. 19-point lead for Klamath Union. Uloa Ford Takes it on the left side, kicks it outside to Peters. Now to Kai Hunt. 17 to shoot for Kai Hunt, trying to drive against the defender but loses the dribble. Matheny picks it up. Racing past Uloa Ford, trying to take it himself. Spins around, the mid-range shot is no good. And the rebound collected by Kai Hunt. 15 seconds in the third quarter game clock. Kai Hunt on the left wing. Kicks it to Zangri, driving inside, kicks it out to Uloa Ford. Step back triple for Uloa Ford is good. That brings the end of the third. Down but never out. Mazama Vikings trailing 48-32. We'll be back with fourth quarter action next on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week, 11:50, 92.9 KA.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Klamath Union taking a 48-32 lead into the final Valhalla court, and my count that Uloa triple at the end of that third quarter was the first made three tonight by Mazama. They've been dangerous from beyond the arc all season. That has not been the case tonight, and that's why Klamath Union has this big lead. Right now the Pelicans start with the ball. Landon Bogate is going to travel underneath the rim and give the Vikings an offensive possession. Klamath Union pressing a bit as we start the fourth quarter. Kai Hunt into the front court. Shoves it to Uloa Ford. Can he do it again? Yes, he can from range. Uloa Ford on his senior night trying to keep his team in this game. Trims the lead to 13. 48-35, 7.5 to go in the fourth. Matheny dancing to the rim. Mid-range shot falls home. Here's Kai Hunt now for Mazama. Switches to his right hand, going to work against Vanerath. Kicks it out to Uloa Ford again on the right wing. He's hit two in a row from this range. Drives left at the right elbow. Kicks it outside to Peters. Peters driving the right lane. His shot rejected by Wata. Out of bounds. The Mazama Vikings hold on to it. Gabe Nanny checking in for Peters, trying to get some shooting out there, but Nanny only has 2 points tonight. And waiting to resume play, I believe Calvin Hayes had to tie the old shoelaces, and we're ready to go. Quick inbound pass to Uloa Ford, another triple, this time a miss off the side of the backboard. And timeout is called by Coach Millsap on the scramble for the loose ball. We'll stay here through this timeout. 50-35. The Vikings trailing in this one. They won the last matchup between these two teams. It was an overtime win for them at Pell Court. This time, Klamath Union Pelicans have come out with a vengeance on defense. Again, only 2 made triples for Mazama in this game, both of them done by Marcos Uloa Ford in the past about 2 minutes of game time. They've been locked down on the perimeter.
Absolutely. And again, you can tell that first game really ticked those guys off. They seem especially motivated tonight.
As we come out of the break, looks like the 5 on the floor for Klamath Union will be Grafton Wata, Antonio Matheny, Calvin Hayes, Landon Bogate, and Roland Vanerath. And for Mazama, Gabe Nanny, Kai Hunt, along with Josiah Zangri and Marcus Uloa Ford. Connor Baker also in the mix for the Vikings. We're getting down to it, under 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in a 15-point ball game. Vikings don't stop believing here. They won't in front of a home crowd tonight. A pretty good turnout at Valhalla. Students across the way, but a lot of parents and fans on the near side of the floor. Quick inbound pass to Gabe Nanny, and we're back into it. Zangri, top of the key, shoves it over to Uloa Ford on the left wing, fires a triple, no good, but the Vikings get the rebound. Zangri going to the cup, high off the glass, won't go. Another rebound, this time picked up by the Pels. Here's Hayes into the front court, kicks it to Matheny, and a double pump layup is in. Score 52-35, Klamath Union in front, 6.5 to go in the fourth. Kai Hunt, screen right and a whistle. And I think they're going to say that Vanerath pushed maybe Kai Hunt from behind. And so the Vikings hold on to possession. It'll be Baker to inbound, 6:20 to go in the final quarter. 52-35. Vikings trail. Here's Uloa Ford bouncing it down low to Nanny. Tries to go with the fadeaway, but left well short. Hayes with the rebound. And he'll cross it into the front court. Over to Bogate. Bogate out beyond the arc. And the Vikings into a zone. Trying to create turnovers on defense. Kick it to Vanerath on the right wing. Top of the key to Wata. Against Nanny, kicks it outside to Hayes, picked up by Uloa Ford, our corner. Now to Bogate, along the right elbow, gets it back to Van. 10 seconds to shoot now for the Pels. Grafton Wata, kicks it to Hayes. Top of the key, three, no good. And out of bounds, the Vikings take it over. Hayden checking in, Beals checking in as well. Out go Baker and Zangri. And it looks like some group subs coming in for the Pels. They get the rest of their starters back out on the floor to close out the game, all except for Matheny, who heads to the bench. 5 on the floor for them right now. It's McKay, Lassett Hankins, Grafton Wata, Jeff Spooner, and Dashel Garrod. All right, here's Kai Hunt for Mazama. Tries to drive left, getting to the rim. Layup high off the glass, no good. And Jeff Spooner with the rebound. To McKay. Here's Lassett Hankins. Brings it left, terminates the dribble. Over to Garrod. A three is no good. And now Wata with the rebound and the putback. He's been so good on the glass in this second. Had 2 more for him. And a 19-point lead for Klamath Union. Uloa Ford tries to answer with a triple, and after a few friendly bounces, it goes. Marcos Uloa Ford trims it back down, 54-38, under 5 to go in the fourth. Here's Grafton Wata, over to Dashel Garrod. A triple is no good. Kai Hunt with the rebound. Hunt kicks it to Uloa Ford, off a screen into another triple. That one won't go. Garrod with the rebound. Garrod shoves it over to Lassett Hankins. Top of the key to McKay. And McKay trying to direct a little bit of traffic, set the offense. Takes a screen to his left, picked up by Nanny. Switches to his right hand, spins around to his left. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound, down low, batted out, collected by Spooner. Goes up with the shot, throws it off the glass, no good. A third attempt, no good. A fourth, no. A fifth attempt finally is in for Daquan McKay. And timeout is called. We'll take it also. 56-38, under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and Klamath Union leads the Vikings, the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 K.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Back with you in the fourth quarter on 1150, 92.9 KAGO. Klamath Union leads Mazama on the road, 56-38. Hard work on the glass has allowed Klamath Union to stay in front in this game, but the perimeter defense allowed them to get in front in the first place. Grafton Wata has been doing some hard work, only 2 points in the first half, and now 11 for the game. He's had a nice third and fourth quarter so far. But the Vikings will start with the ball coming out of the break. Here's Kai Hunt. Hunt goes right, stepping to the rim, kicks it out to Beals. Beals now driving to the cup. His shot is bothered, and a foul, very late whistle, goes against Dashel Garad, and that will earn Beals a couple of free throws. Beals has 2 points back in the third quarter. This is his first attempt at the free throw line tonight, and it's no good.
Beals hit the go-ahead shot with 47 seconds left in overtime in the first game that turned out to be the game winner.
The second free throw is in, makes it 56-39, 3:40 to go in the fourth quarter. McKay fields a double team by Beals and Hunt, relinquishes possession to Tilden Kaufman, who's checked into the game. Ball finds its way to Wata. Vikings trying to trap. Wata gets it, kicks it out to Garad. Thought about a triple, spins around, gets it down to Spooner against Hayden. He goes up with the shot, it's no good. And a tie-up down low, Spooner, and Beals getting a little bit into it. And seen Spooner enough this season to know that he's an instigator down there, getting a little bit physical on the rebound, and then back it away like nothing happened. The Vikings get possession as they trail 56-39. Kai Hunt finds Uloa Ford, cutting to the rim. Reverse layup is in for the senior. 56-41, 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. McKay has it. Hands it off to Kaufman. Kaufman to Garad. Dumps it down low to Spooner. Kicks it out to McKay. McKay brings it around, switches to his right side, hands it off to Kaufman once more, trying to drive down in low against Beals, up off the glass. It's no good, and Hayden with the rebound. Kicking it ahead to Kai Hunt. He goes up in transition and gets fouled. Kai Hunt going to the line. Official word from Phoenix as the Pirates close out the Mustangs 51-48, effectively ending the playoff hopes for Klamath Union, but still looking to pick up a win against a rival. They've done a nice job playing tonight and still lead at 42. Another free throw coming out of Kai Hunt. (56-43) after that make. 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Klamath Union going to be milking that game clock a little bit as McKay takes his time crossing half court, getting it to Kaufman. Kaufman is caught up in a double team and coughs the ball up. Hunt throws it ahead to Uloa Ford in transition. The layup is in for Marcos Uloa Ford. And brings this one back down to 11. 2:16 to go in the ball game. We'll step aside one final time in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at CalOR the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Fourth quarter coming to a close in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. And right now, Klamath Union leads Mazama 56-45. Pelicans also have the ball. Grafton Wata has it on the left block. Tries to kick it out to McKay, but a loose ball. McKay saves it from half-court violation, then gets it over to Hunt. A takeaway from MAZAMA and a whistle. And I believe this one is going to go against Lassette Hankins. A loose ball foul as everyone tried to scramble for it. 11-point differential. MAZAMA won't go away. Not out of it by any means, but they need a bucket here. They've got to play perfect down the stretch. Here's Kai Hunt. Kai Hunt driving the left lane, up with the shot. It is in after it hangs on the rim and falls. 56-47. Klamath Union still in front. McKay against Uloa Ford brings it into the front court. Uloa Ford playing him tightly, and a takeaway by Gabe Nanny after the pass intended for Lassette Hankins to Uloa Ford. Kicks it to Hunt, and a foul on the layup attempt sends Hunt to the line. Vikings doing a nice job of forcing the turnover there. Nanny jumping the passing lane at just the right time. And that foul also spells the end of the night for Malcolm Lassette Hankins. The 5'10 junior from Klamath Union ends his night with 2 points. Dashel Garad will check in his place. And Kai Hunt still do 2 free throws. His first one is in. Trims the lead to 8. Hunt's second free throw is offline, but MAZAMA picks up the loose ball. Nanny from the mid-range won't go, and this time it is picked up by Wata, but the foul committed by Uloa Ford. By the way, Klamath Union 5 team fouls means MAZAMA is shooting free throws the rest of the way as they begin to press. Inbound pass to Matheny. Back to McKay, now over to Wata. The Vikings trying to create another turnover. Here's McKay, trapped in the near corner, gets rid of it to Matheny. Matheny going to work against Zangery and will get fouled, likely on the floor. 1:10 to go in the game, and 8 points separate them. They're calling that a shooting foul? No. Yeah, no way Matheny was in a shooting motion, was he? No, yeah, so they're going to call that one on the floor as it should be. Wata will inbound. Kicks it to McKay. Now over to Garad. To Wata, and they will foul Wata. Still a few more fouls to give before free throws. If there's anyone you'd like to send to the line if you can, it's Jeff Spooner. But a loose ball batted out of bounds will stay in possession of KU. Suppose you'd also be okay with Daquan McKay going to the line. He's 2 for 4 from the line tonight. But really, if you can, Spooner is 1 for 4 this evening. It's Garad who gets it. Now over to Matheny. Matheny loses the dribble. Picked up by McKay, but he loses it. Shoving it ahead to Kai Hunt. All alone for the lay-in is good. And a mistake by Klamath Union trims this one down to 6 with 49 seconds to go in the ball game. Timeout on the floor. We'll stick with you through this one. Just about the worst thing that can happen for KU just did. I mean, it was a 2-point layup, but still, Klamath Union feels like they're their hardest to let back into this game in front of a home crowd. Now only 6 points separate them, and again, right now MAZAMA at 3 team fouls. 5 gets him into the bonus, so a couple fouls left to give. Antonio Matheny's been good at the line tonight. Only 2 misses against 6 makes from the free throw line. But really, if you can create turnovers like that, keeps you in good shape. MAZAMA's in a nice job down the stretch.
Yeah, they'll need to force at least one more. Well, probably 2 more. 6-point, 2-possession game, though, inside a minute.
Looks like Mazama's came in and they've got all shooters out on the floor. We're seeing Brody Mahone for the first time tonight, number 21 for Mazama. As they're going to try for a steal and a quick score, it seems. Grafton Wata will inbound for Klamath Union, getting it quick to Matheny. And Matheny will get fouled. Still one more to give Mazama. 46 seconds to go in the ball game. Quickly inbounded to McKay. They didn't foul him right away. They're going to try to go for the steal. McKay brings it on the far side of the floor. Over to Garrod, down to Spooner, and they get who they want. They send Spooner to the line. Again, if it's anyone, you want to send him. He's 1 for 4 at the free throw line tonight with only 4 points. Spooner's free throw is no good. He gets a second attempt. And Ryan Hayden checking in. Out goes Brody Mahone. And they're trying to get some rebounding down low, make sure Klamath Union can't get their own miss. Spooner, his second free throw is also offline, and Mazama gets the rebound. Kai Hunt bringing it into the front court, taking it to the paint all himself. His shot won't go, and the loose ball is picked up by Garrod. He gets fouled going to the line. That was a big miss and take by Kai Hunt there. But not too much time off the clock, still 30 seconds remaining. As Garrod heads to the free throw line, these will be his first free throws of the night. 6 points so far and a couple of made triples. Rod's first free throw is in.
That should about be the dagger. Gets it back to a 3-possession game, 30.2 seconds on the clock.
That free throw's no good. Uloa Ford with the rebound. Ahead to Kai Hunt, to Uloa Ford. Dribbling into the corner, loses it for a moment. Over to Hunt, takes a screen in the corner, driving baseline. An athletic shot, but he can't finish. And a foul after the rebound from Daquan McKay will send him to the line. Klamath Union student section files out from behind us. They're going to line up at the door down on the floor and get ready to storm the court once their team closes this one out as McKay makes the first free throw. His second one is up. It's not in. And Spooner will touch it last as it goes out of bounds. The Vikings get another possession, but timeout is called. Again, we'll keep it with you for this one. 58-50, Klamath Union leading. I don't know if word's made it down to them yet that Phoenix has won over at their place against Hidden Valley, which means Klamath Union's eliminated from playoff contention. But beating your rival on the road, still a good feeling for them tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Coming in on senior night, too, getting that sweep. That's got to help resolve some of the bad feelings that were probably lingering for quite a bit after that first matchup, especially after the overtime loss for the boys.
Yeah, you talked about it. The Lady Pelicans also came over here to Valhalla Court and grabbed a win. They'll be next in action on Friday. Taking on the Henley Hornets. Of course, we'll have that coverage for you on mybasin.com as well later on in the week. And special coverage over the weekend. We'll talk about that in the post game. But the Vikings get the inbound. Here's Kai Hunt with 10 seconds left in the ball game, getting it over to Nanny. Fires a triple that falls. And big triple there, trims it to a 5-point game, but only 4 seconds left on the shot, or on the game clock rather. I mean, effectively a formality at this point, unless a miracle happens for Mazama. But I mean, they fought hard again. We kind of talked about it. They just refused to go away. They were down at one point by 19, I believe, was Klamath Union's biggest lead. And now, inside of 10 points with about 5 seconds to go. They only trail by 5, but it's been a good attempt by Mazama to hang around. And for a team with one senior and a boatload of juniors, next year for Mazama might be a different tale.
Yeah, they've certainly got some work to do. I mean, it's hard to go from a 4-win team to significantly better than that, regardless of how many guys you get back.
Wata to inbound for KU to Matheny, and he's quickly fouled. And Matheny to the line.
That's his score.
21 points for Matheny so far on the evening, and 6 for 8 from the free throw line so far. They added about a second and a half to the game clock, 6 seconds right now. Matheny makes his first. And awaiting a second from Antonio Matheny, a Klamath Union senior playing his last game at Valhalla Court, will make the second free throw. Uloa Ford going to race up the floor. 3 seconds now. Uloa Ford all the way to the rim, up and in. And that will be the ball game. 60-55, Klamath Union escapes Valhalla Court. Victors this evening on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. We'll be back with some post-game stats and coverage next on MyBasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Back with you from Mazama High School, the site of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week, but it's the Vikings who fell in this one, 60-55 to the Klamath Union Pelicans. Let's run down the leading scorers tonight for Klamath Union. 23 points for Antonio Matheny, 11 for Grafton Wata, 7 for Dashel Garad and Daquan McKay, 5 for Jeff Spooner, and 2 for Malcolm Lassett Hankins. And for the Vikings, they were led in scoring by Kai Hunt with 23 points. Marcos Uloa Ford had 20 tonight. Gabe Nanny added 5, 3 points for Jordan Beals and 2 for Ryan Hayden. A solid win for Klamath Union. Was a little bit touch and go there in the fourth quarter as Mazama tried to make a run at things, but a solid win on your rivals' home floors. Got to feel good for KU. They come away with a win.
No doubt about it. eliminated from playoff contention. That's probably going to be pretty disappointing news to them once they get it, but at least you have this win at MAZAMA, avenging that overtime loss to maybe soften the blow a little bit.
Yeah, take a quick look at the Skyline Conference standings. This is what they looked like before play began today. But just a couple of quick notes. Henley still 5-1, top of the conference. Phoenix hanging around there. They're 5-2 right now after a win against Hidden Valley earlier, who falls to 3-3. Klamath Union is 2-4, and the Vikings fall to 1-6 as we get closer to the playoffs. These rankings, obviously, the Skyline Conference champion, meaning so much more this year. A second team gets into the 16-team bracket for the OSAA state playoffs. Rather, the ultimate goal is to get back to Forest Grove High School. These Pelicans were supposed to go in 2020, but COVID obviously ended that season. The Hornets trying to get back there. They were there last season, and a couple more games left to go. We'll be back on Friday night when the Pelicans host the Henley Hornets back at Pell Court. Those games weren't all that close last time, although the boys tend to stick around those Hornets in a rivalry game.
Yeah, they sure do. Henley last time got out to a pretty big lead, though, and managed to keep control throughout most of the game, even as it was trimmed down a bit in the second half.
Going to take one more break on the post-game show. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about what's next on mybasin.com and 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. One more break. We'll wrap things up for you on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between. We keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Just about wrapping things up tonight from Valhalla Court on the campus of MAZAMA High School. The Vikings, though, falling in this one 60-55. What's next for us? Well, we touched on it a little bit. On Friday night, the Henley Hornets are visiting the Klamath Union Pelicans over at Pell Court. We'll have coverage of that one for you on mybasin.com and on the radio on 104.3 and 960 Sports. So that's Friday night. And then Saturday, the 1A Mountain Valley League is hosting their league tournament at Henley High School. Now, their final standings for the boys and the girls are yet to be locked. Once we get word on that, we will also have special coverage of the Mountain Valley League tournament on Saturday at Henley High School. We know the Lost River boys are going to be in the mix there, and so definitely going to have the special coverage of all of our local 1A teams that are battling for a conference championship on Saturday. Meantime, if you want more local sports before then, be sure to check out Ballin' in the Basin on Wednesday night. At 6 o'clock on 104.3 and 960 Sports. We're going to be talking about that Mountain Valley League tournament as we're joined by some Chiloquin basketball players, some Lost River basketball players. Certainly won't want to miss that. But if you do, you can always grab a podcast of Ballin' in the Basin on mybasin.com. This about does it for us tonight from MAZAMA High School. Want to appreciate everybody who makes tonight's broadcast possible. Of course, all the head coaches who've worked with the broadcast this evening, starting out with the girls, Mr. John Nahar for Klamath Union and Mindy Holbrook for MAZAMA. Both boys coaches as well. Ryan Millsap for the Vikings and Mr. Eddie Case for the Klamath Union Pelicans. And the athletic director in-house tonight, Mr. Vic Leese at MAZAMA High School, always gracious for having us in his gym on a fine night like this. Once again, the final score for you tonight, Klamath Union 60, MAZAMA 55. For my partner, Matt Bowling, I'm Josh Eldridge saying good night from Klamath Falls.